What's going on, guys? First, I'd like to first, my condolences to everyone associated with Robin Williams and his family, and rest in peace to the man himself, Mr. Robin Williams, who has been a part of my life since I was little. One of the shows was Mork and Mindy, and I wasn't born during its original run, but I watched it when I was growing up on Nick at Night. Absolutely loved that show. Made me laugh. You know, it's something that sticks with you. Part of my childhood. And growing up, I watched, I'm not going to say I'm a fanatic, but I watched a lot of his movies. But honestly, the top three that I enjoy, well, his top three roles that I enjoy the most are not as, well, two of them are not as comedic. His first one is 1 Hour Photo, a psychological thriller. If you've never seen it, watch it. The way this man does this role, going from his comedic background, he just nails it. Absolutely perfect, and I love it. Number two was on an episode of Law and Order SVU, and I can't think of the name of the episode, but I will put the name of the episode in the description. If you want to try to check it out somewhere, you can. Awesome. Another dark, demented role. He just absolutely freaking nailed it. And then, of course, the third movie that I enjoy from him is obviously Jumanji. Came out in 1994. I was 12 years old. Loved the movie, and anytime it comes on, I try to catch it. And to be honest with you, it aired a couple months ago on a local, one of your local stations here. Every city should have local stations where they just, air, syndicated stuff and movies and stuff like that. But yeah, but what shocks me the most about all this is the way he died. He hung himself. And I had known he was a dealt with drug addiction, and apparently had been sober for a while, about 20 years, and then recently, in recent times, got back on it, on the wagon. And inside the Actors Guild studio, he made an awesome point. Once an addict, always an addict. And there's some idiot in a commercial that's talking about some rehabilitation resort or someplace, and he goes, I was an addict for 10 years and now I'm not. Well, that's bullshit, because once an addict, always an addict. And addiction is the stigma that gets caught with drug addiction. But everyone is an addict in their own way. You can be addicted to chocolate, you can be addicted to TV, you can be addicted to a certain type of food, you can be addicted to, going to the beach, you can be addicted to sun tanning, etc. We all have addictions. It doesn't matter. There is not a person on this earth that doesn't have some form of addiction. I don't care who the fuck you are. It's just addiction is tied with drugs. And so this man was on Inside the Actors Guild studio. Again, if you haven't checked that out, check it out. I'm not going to be providing any links to any illegal copies of these movies or shows, so you'll have to go check them out on your own. But Robin Williams, touched millions of people. And, back in my journey of YouTube, I found it hard to believe that someone who appeared to look so good on the outside could be struggling with depression. But Robin Williams, like the ultimate case. Apparently he was bullied through his youth, and that's what made him a comedian. He turned the hate around into laughter, and that's what made him so brilliant, and he ran with it. And he's a multimillionaire, but his personal life was never right. He made everybody else happy but himself, and now he killed himself. And suicide, which is something I can talk about because that's the way I feel. Hell, if Robin Williams commits suicide, and he's way up there, I don't think I'd feel so bad about doing it. But no, let's not talk about me. Dr. Drew Pinsky, say what you want about him. I've always enjoyed Dr. Drew's work and things he has to say. He was on Headline News last night talking about mental health, and the fact is it takes a tragedy for us to even open up a discussion in this country. I've been trying to have a conversation about it for 2 years almost now. But the problem is I'm a little nobody. My voice only goes so far. And we as a country and a world have got to band together and bring mental health to the forefront. It's a stigma. People don't want to talk about it and bring it up. There's like mental health. It's just the untold, you just can't speak about mental health in this country. And I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but Dr. Drew made an amazing point that it takes tragedies for us to even talk in this country, and it's a shame. And the government has tried, but the little things they have done, you know, are absolutely not enough. You know, the healthcare in the United States is piss poor. They tried to give people more options for the mental health, and it's just shitty. Unless you've got decent amount of money to get decent therapy, and even then, they just throw pills at you most of the time. Every now and then you'll find a good therapist, or you'll find a good doctor that really truly cares to want to, you know, try to help you. But most of the time it's just throw you a prescription, talk to you for an hour a month, and boom, that's it. But, you know, we really need to have a discussion, because not only is it touching them, which I've learned in recent years, famous people, athletes, people who are well off, movie stars, and Robin Williams isn't the first, but people like me, in their midlife, it started when they were young and still struggling with it, and then the really young who are just coming into it. It touches old to young, and we need to do something before more people kill themselves. I need help bad. But Robin Williams finally went over the edge, and so that's all I'm going to talk about. I'll go in depth more. It's hot. I don't feel that great, but I just wanted to get a video out talking about it real quick. I'll go more into details because I really want to have a conversation on mental health, which I've had before, but I haven't really had in a while. A good conversation. I want to get a good talk going. So, all right, guys. Down below, share your stories. You know what you think about all this. What movies you enjoyed with Robin Williams. What works you enjoyed seeing him in. Did you even like care to? Did you know, if you didn't like him, why not? Or just overall, what do you think about this entire situation? Mental health touching the rich to the poor, from the old to the young, and everyone in between, and just not being able. People just shy away from it like it's the ultimate sin. When, to be honest with you, mental health is probably leapfrogging cancer. It hasn't, but I believe it will leapfrog, you know, cancer and AIDS as the #1 disease, at least in the United States. It's right there, I believe, at #3, behind cancer and AIDS, or AIDS and cancer, vice versa, whatever. It's somewhere up there, but Dr. Drew thinks it's gonna leapfrog, and so do I. So. Your brain controls your body, and if your brain is not right, then nothing else around you can be. Just the fact that Robin Williams dealt with this over 40 years of his life, and he used his career to hide it, but he never truly got it corrected. Wow, that says a lot, and that makes me, that kind of, I don't want to, you know, sound wrong or mean or bad, but that makes me worry. If he had all that going for him, then he could never get it together. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. Because he had a lot more options than me, he had a lot more money than me, he had a lot more opportunities than me. He was world known, world renowned, famous. You know, mostly everybody, you say Robin Williams, they can tell you at least one thing he did. But me, if he couldn't get it together, boy, what am I gonna do? Because I've been dealing with it since my youth as well. But anyways, that's it and that's all, guys. Again, let's have a discussion in the bottom. Talk about Robin, say your condolences, whatever, and until next time, this is Chris, and I'm out, and I'll have a better video for you tomorrow. This is Tuesday evening. I'll have a much more better video when I'm in a better mood and I feel like talking, but I feel like I need to get this out right now. Alright, guys. Peace.